Today, I have the great honor of introducing our guest speaker, Mr. Richard Sparks. Mr. Sparks received his undergraduate degree in healthcare management from ASU in 1976 and then his MBA 2 years later. Now, Mr. Sparks is the president and CEO of Appalachian Regional Healthcare Center, and he has been the president and CEO of Watauga Medical Center in Boone since 1989. For his impressive career, Appalachian has awarded Mr. Sparks the Distinguished Alumni Award in 2001. Mr. Sparks is well known for his service to Appalachian. Last year, he was recognized for his efforts when the university honored him with an Outstanding Service Award. Mr. Sparks is also the chair of the Walker College of Business Advisory Council and has served on the council since 2001. He holds and has held many other positions within the community, to name just a few. He's a member of the Board of Trustees for the North Carolina School of Science and Math, a member of the High Country United Way Board, a trustee on the board of Grandfather Home for Children, a member of the local Wachovia Bank Board, president of the Boone Rotary Club, and chair of the Watauga chapter of the American Red Cross. We are so honored that he is able to be here today with us and share his thoughts as we embark on a new chapter in our lives. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Sparks.
Thank you and good afternoon. Governors Beulah and Sanders, Chair Swisak, Chancellor Peacock and Mrs. Peacock, Dean Edwards, faculty, and most importantly, graduates, parents, friends, families. This is indeed a special day for the graduates, but also for me. And I certainly am grateful and thank Dr. Edwards for inviting me to be the commencement speaker. It is unusual for one to return to the college from which they graduated and have the opportunity to present a commencement address. I realize that I'm the only remaining person delaying your receiving your degree. And believe me, this is not my first commencement. And I know that the most pleasant words from any graduation speaker are these. Now, in conclusion, I will be brief. But let me take just a few moments to share with you some of my personal observations in two vital areas. First, opportunities, and then values, ethics, and integrity. Over the coming years, countless opportunities will come your way. Some of them you will seek, while other opportunities will in effect find you. Be prepared for each, and be bold on the occasions as they present themselves. Let me share a personal example. The Duke Endowment in 1994 was seeking teams to travel to England to study the British National Health Service. The purpose was to gain a better understanding of the British approach to health care delivery. At the time, the Clinton administration was proposing a redesign of our own U.S. healthcare system. I really wanted to go. But this was a highly competitive program, and I needed to identify the best team from our community and to justify our being invited. I wrote a paper explaining why a group from Boone should be chosen, and fortunately we were selected. As a result of the experience, my whole understanding and perception of healthcare was changed. The British concept is more about supporting individuals to be healthier and improving the quality of their lives rather than merely performing procedures to generate revenue. I would like to think that as a result of that exposure, we established the Broyhill Wellness Center here in Boone back in the 1990s to assist people in regaining and maintaining their health, as well as partnering with Appalachian State University on programs such as the Cardiac Rehabilitation Program. This is an example of my seeking an opportunity and how it transformed me with respect to my view of healthcare. Now an example of an opportunity finding me. A newly named, energetic chancellor called and encouraged me to work with him in moving ASU into health sciences in an expanded way. I was interested. But I could have easily said no, as it was not included in our system's strategic plan. Furthermore, it would have been easy to say, I don't think it will enhance our financial status, and in fact, I think it will be a burden on our budget. However, I did accept the invitation, and with help from others, found a way to join in on Chancellor Peacock's journey. The ASU College of Health Sciences held its first academic year commencement a few minutes ago in this building. Many people, particularly on the ASU campus, have worked hard to establish the College of Health Sciences, but I do feel a sense of satisfaction in that I may have played a role by responding to an opportunity which found me. The college will change healthcare delivery in Northwest North Carolina and across our state. I believe that it will have a dramatic effect in helping people achieve a healthier life and a higher quality of life. And ironically, that is the vision statement of the Appalachian Regional Healthcare System. You've already experienced one great opportunity in your life, that of attending and now graduating from Appalachian State University. In exercising this and other opportunities, there are accompanying profound responsibilities as to how one should conduct themselves. This leads me to the second critical area: values, ethics, and integrity. I encourage you to live a life of integrity. Frankly, knowing right from wrong is not that difficult, but doing the right thing often requires something greater on your part. I believe that's what integrity is all about. To have the courage to go beyond knowing what is right and actually doing what is right. Let's go even deeper. You will be constantly faced with the dilemmas in your life, ethical and moral dilemmas. Consider this example. You are responsible for filling a position in your organization. You have a close friend who's qualified and has applied for the job, but there is another applicant who is more qualified. So the dilemma. Both individuals are qualified. Can you allow your friendship with someone you know more fully to influence your choice as who to hire? Your allegiance needs to be to your employer and to your own sense of what is right, which will ultimately have you do the best you can for your organization. The process for resolving an ethical dilemma is usually based upon a multi-step strategy characterized by analyzing the dilemma, followed by assessing possible actions and resulting consequences. Only then can a reasonable decision be made. Let me encourage you to draw upon your experiences gathered while here at ASU as you developed your skills in making such decisions. You've listened to your professors, mentors, and peers. You've participated in discussions. You've learned many of life's lessons. You've experienced other cultures. You have learned how to ask the questions that have multiple correct answers and the path to follow in finding the best answers to your questions. You are prepared to go with your instincts as a result of these experiences. Use courage to reach the right answers. Remember that courage comes from the French word cœur, or heart. Stand by your heart. I love the song from a few years ago sung by Leanne Womack that said, "If you have a chance to sit it out or dance, I hope you will dance." I hope today you'll give a big hug to your parents, particularly your mother, thanking them for bringing you to this great point in your life. I hope one day you will visit Arlington National Cemetery and pause for a moment to thank those who served our country, and particularly those who made the ultimate sacrifice, giving us the opportunity to live in a free society and to make choices such as pursuing a higher education, choosing a major, and finding a dream. I hope you always remember Appalachian. I hope the wind is always at your back. I hope you will listen to wisdom from those older and with more experience than you. And I hope you never shy away from the challenge of tall mountains, and that you do not choose the path of least resistance. And I hope you choose to make a difference in the right way. Someone once told me that it is not the dates on a gravestone that are important. It is the dash between those numbers. What did you do with the time between those dates? Pericles, the influential Greek statesman, orator, and general, said, "What you leave behind is not engraved in stone monuments, but what is woven in the lives of others." Listen carefully. Now, in conclusion, the story is told that Dr. William Plemons, one of our illustrious ASU leaders from the 1960s, and yes, the person for whom the student union is named, once gathered some friends on Howard's Knob. He pointed down to the ASU campus and said, "See, I was a part of that, and part of me is there. I hope one day you will gather with your friends on a high spot, wherever you have chosen to live, and that you will point and say, 'See, I was a part of that, and part of me is there.'" 35 years ago, in 1976, I sat where you are now seated during my commencement. I would like to think that in 30 years or less, one of you will be standing here on this platform addressing a future graduating class. On behalf of the Boone community, thank you for spending a few years of your life with us. You have made this a better place. And from one old graduate to the newest graduates, best of luck, congratulations. Thank you.